start. I'm sure people will get on slowly but surely. Really quick, I said a prayer before I got on because there's so much I want to share, and there is absolutely no way I can share it all in one call. But my prayer is that you get so much out of it. Be prepared to take notes. I'm going to be going over like notebooks of notes. And basically at the conference, Eric Worre says there were like 20 different speakers. And with each speaker, he said, take one nugget away. Don't make it crazy in your mind. You know, you're going to get so much out of different speakers. Take one nugget or one concept from each speaker and apply it to your business. So that's kind of hard to do when you're learning so incredibly much. I mean, this conference was life-changing. It was very mind-opening. It showed me and everyone there that we are blessed to have this business in our lap, and that we've chosen to go with network marketing. And I'm going to tell a really quick story, not to get super emotional, but after leadership, I moved to Vegas a little bit early for the conference, and I got to my hotel room and I opened up a series of messages from coaches, you know, who had basically said either they're quitting or they're taking a step back because things are really hard right now in the business. Or it was a series of people who, in my heart, are making a difference in so many other people's lives. Sorry, I knew I was going to get emotional. And despite my pictures on Facebook while I was in Vegas, the first couple of days I was there, a day and a half, I didn't leave my room except for to get something to eat. I laid in bed and cried nonstop. Like, I didn't stop crying because so many people are giving up right now because it's a hard time in our season. And God, I did not want to cry because this is going to be super inspiring. This isn't supposed to be boohooing. But I just, you know, right now is so hard for everyone. But you don't quit because it gets hard, because it's not rainbows and butterflies and unicorns every day, because life's not that way. You know, our business is not that way. Your work is not that way. Your family life's not that way. Your marriage is not that way. So why give up on coaching when it gets hard? We're in the hardest season of the year. So now's the time not to just give up and let the people that you've, you know, signed up go, or not help them anymore because, you know, you just feel like you don't feel like it. So that being said, literally, I'm like, I just came back from this beautiful leadership retreat. And I'm in the bed in Las Vegas, nonstop boohooing my eyeballs out. And it was a little pity party for myself, and then it was more of a pity party for the people who are just stopping, you know, because this isn't something that you want to give up on before the magic happens. Maybe you're not there where you want to be yet, or maybe you know, things are not where you want them to be. Maybe you kind of went up like this and down like that, lost rank, whatever. Now's the time to push even harder, because this is when people need us the most. Okay, so Christina and Sean Millar came in town on Tuesday. Thank God. I was out of my room, not crying my eyeballs out anymore. And, you know, we kind of mastermind and just talked about business. And then we went to Wednesday night was the first day of GoPro. And from there, it was incredibly mind-blowing. Just your heart gets filled with so much when you go to these events, obviously. So I'm not going to go into any more emotional stuff that I just did, but I just want you to know, wherever you are in your business right now, if you're having a hard time, we all are. We're all struggling. Keep pushing forward, because people need us. And if it's not about, you know, finances, or if it's not about income, if it's not about rank, it's about helping the people that we said we're going to sign up to help. So if, at the end of the day, put that first, and the rest will come follow in the next few months. Okay, so one of the first things that, and I'm going to be reading some stuff because there's no way I can, 30 hours of intense personal development is what went on at the GoPro event. So obviously there's no way that I can go over all of that in one call. So put your seatbelts on. We're about to go for a really crazy ride, and you're going to learn a lot of different points. So just take what sticks out to you the most and apply it to what's going to help you best with your business. So first and foremost, when you feel like you're stressed and anxious, that's when you need to take action, because things aren't happening because the actions aren't being taken, if that makes sense. For instance, earlier in the month, I was at Success Club Zero, and I'm like, I don't know why. And I'm like, well, I'm not inviting anybody. Why the heck would I have Success Club points if I'm not inviting anybody? I was stressed out about that, so I decided to take action and start inviting people and putting it out there. So that's a big one. Eric Worre says develop a $1 million mindset. And to do that, you have to conquer the skills of network marketing. So, gosh, it's dark in here. I probably should have chosen a better place. Okay, so understanding so I'm losing my track. So where we are right now, think about 50 years ago. Network marketing was here. People were doing it. It maybe had a stigma with it because a couple companies went bad and made the network marketing kind of a bad thing. But since then, think about how many people now are in network marketing. You see it all over Facebook, right? You're thrown into groups all the time for, makeup and nails and lashes and whatever. Everybody's doing it now. It's basically the trend in the economy is that jobs are being replaced with technology. People's hours are being cut to about 30 hours versus the 40 hours so that companies can cut back on benefits. That's saving the company money, that sort of thing. So people are trying to find other things to bring income to their families. And this, in opening your own business, is like the least, as far as risk-wise goes, the best way to open up your business. So the traditional business owner basically has to come up with their own product or service, right? So if someone were to open up a restaurant, they're going to have to come up with their own menu, their own food items. They're going to have to invest probably about $65,000 on average to open up their own business. So there's always a commitment with that. It's not flexible. If you're going to open your own business, you're committed to showing up every single day, hours and hours and hours a day. You have to have expertise in business. You have to have a sales crew. You have to have customer service, inventory, legal, HR, blah, 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 blah. So with network marketing or coaching with us, we have a product and service, which we know already that's phenomenal, right? That's changing lives. That's already there. It's already developed. It's already tested. We know it works. So the startup fee, $140 versus, again, on average, $65,000 to open up a business. If you're talking Outback, probably $250,000, Subway, that sort of thing. So $140 to open up your own business where you're your own CEO. It can be 6-7 figure, whatever you decide to make it in time, not overnight, obviously, but it's your own business for $140, and you get to drink a shake every day. And at the end of the day, eventually get paid to drink your shake and work out. The flexible commitment, you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours on this business. Training's provided for you and your coaches who you sign up. Customer service is provided. We have warehousing. We don't have to go ship the products. We have all that for us. So all that being said, that's phenomenal. We have a business in our lap that all we have to do is invite people to try the products and continue to grow ourselves and invite people to join us in our tribe, right? And the rest, Beachbody is taken care of. So that being said, that's a great thing for our business model, is that we just have to just show up every day. So there's some numbers. I'm not really an Emerald personality, but it was very interesting to me that in 2014, there were 182 billion people across the globe in network marketing. 182 billion people, okay? So, and that's only growing. There was like a chart, and I don't have the slides, but it was like, kind of like Beachbody. We have our numbers where we're like, started at this, the revenue continues to grow up, and now we're $1 billion company. But it's basically network marketing is only on the rise. It's not going anywhere. It's just only growing and growing and growing. So the fact that we're already here and that we're already, establishing our business, we're already, building our teams, we're already on the map. I mean, Beachbody does an amazing job of putting infomercials out there for us where we're not even having to hardly advertise the brand. So there's $72 billion a year in commissions. So that's $200 million per day in commissions in network marketing. So who doesn't want a piece of that? So literally, like, that's just kind of like not a selling point, but just kind of when you're talking to people and they're like, I don't know about that thing. Well, that thing is what is coming into like society more and more and more every day. It's not the scary, weird thing anymore. It's only on the rise. So when you're talking to people, go into your conversation with confidence that you have something that the cool kids are doing. Like, the cool people are starting their own business. They're their own CEO, right? We have amazing products to share with people that are changing lives with health and fitness. So when you're going into conversations, literally go into it with 100% confidence and no fear, even though I know fear gets the best of us a lot of times. But so how can we get better other than educating ourselves, mastering the skills of, inviting people and continuing to grow ourselves with personal development? And so Eric Worre says there's 7 fundamental skills, and they're kind of along the lines of the vital behaviors, but he's kind of broken them out into 7 skills. So if you want to write them down, they're, again, pretty much what we do, but it's finding prospects, finding new people to help, in other words, inviting people to our challenges, inviting people to the opportunity, presenting to prospects, and following up with people. That's key. That's probably one that's missed most, is following up with people. Closing. And then, let's see, promoting events. And getting to events is humongous. Getting around like-minded people like you, whether it be Super Saturday or like the GoPro event or Summit or anything related to, even like the Tony Robbins, there's no way possible to tell you what went on in that room. It was insane. It will forever change my mindset into replacing all the garbage that's up here, and we all have it, and replacing it with a mindset that's stone cold, like just laser focused and positive, and just replacing it with good stuff, because we have a tendency to be more attracted to things that are bringing us down versus the things that are lifting us up. So I already went over the 65K startup business. Okay, so if we pretended like Beachbody, we decided to become a coach, and the startup fee was $65,000. Let's make it an even 100. It's $100,000 to become a coach. God, that was a big bill to pay. I guess I better show up every day, right? I probably should ask people if they want to join me in this business. I probably should grow myself every day, and I probably should be a proof the product works, and I probably should show up even when it sucks. Even when I don't want to show up today. I just really don't. I have other things to do. I'm tired. and shiny object, something happened over here, and a month goes by. You know what? I didn't do anything this past month. God, I spent $100,000 to sign up as a coach. That kind of sucks. So if you go into the mindset, you signed up for $100,000, you're going to show up every single day. It's easy for us to say, okay, we're buying our shake every month. We're going to drink it anyway. So we may or may not show up. We may or may not invite. And if you change the mindset into this is your $100,000 business that you invested your hard, like, funds that you borrowed or whatever, then you're going to show up every single day. You're not going to close the doors. You're not going to say, oh, I opened up my Subway, but today I'm not going to open the doors. No, if somebody shows up, they're going to knock and nobody's going to answer, So just kind of change your mindset into what this is. This is a business that you've decided to open and run and give it your all, even when it's easy or not easy or when it's hard. So that's a big mind switch for me. So, I know there's days for everyone that it's like, yeah, I can go, or even a few days or a week or whatever, and go, I didn't need to show up. So, and knowing, number one, that it's not overnight. You're not going to sign up and a week or two later be in the Millionaire Club. You're not going to, it takes time. And what I found really interesting, there was a panel of different speakers, and there was a panel of like rising stars. There was a panel of like older generation. And it was interesting that there were some that hit the millionaire maybe in like 3 years. That's awesome. It's, it's a smaller percentage, but there were also ones that were maybe in the business for 8 months, did nothing. They did nothing for 8 months and then finally said, okay, now I'm going to go do something. And like 5 years later became a millionaire. Again, this isn't all about money. I'm just giving the business perspective here with GoPro. So if it sounds like I'm money just know this call is about the business. So anyway, that being said, there were companies all over the world there, and it was just so interesting to see how we all seen the kind of the fundamentals with growing ourselves and inviting and that sort of thing. Let's see. Keeping a smile no matter what. If you have a bad vibe and you're talking to somebody, say you're inviting when you're having a bad day and you're inviting, you're like, they're going to feel that on the other end. So before you talk to somebody on the phone, before you start messaging someone, that sort of thing, make sure you're right. Make sure your heart's there. Make sure your mind is like, otherwise they're going to be like, or even like desperation mode. I know we've all been there. God, I need to sell that last challenge pack. And it's like, you need Shakeology. Like people feel that on the other end. So go into the intent of like a servant heart versus the vibe of like desperation and anxiety. Let's see. There's so many notes. Hold on. Bear with me. Okay, Eric Worre says the boss is your calendar. I know a lot of our team uses the Power of Three, which is amazing. And I've been guilty of just using a piece of paper every day, check. Because I feel like I do the Power of Three anyway, but I haven't been structuring a lot of my time. So I finally sucked it up and I bought a calendar. I'm so excited because my week this past week has been, like, I know that I'm getting things done. So basically, like beginning of your week, say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to post this. I'm going to post that. I'm going to do this. That way that you're not waking up in the morning and going, what do I do? What do I say? What do I, like I find myself staring at the screen sometimes saying, I have nothing to say. I have absolutely nothing inspiring to say. Yeah, so that happens a lot. So I've tried to like plan, like if I think of something, oh, that'd be good. So I'm going to post that on this day, and like writing out posts and getting pictures and just kind of planning it and planning who you're going to talk to. Like I'm going to check in with these challengers on this day, and I'm going to, invite these people to the coaching opportunity this day. I'm going to talk to these people and that sort of thing, just breaking it down. And you probably already do this. I'm probably the doofus that has the only one that hasn't done this, but this is like, I think this is going to be a game changer. So that was a big one. He was, saying, basically write everything down. And let's see. Okay, so telling your story, he had us do an exercise where you told a story of your background, where you started before Beachbody, what you didn't like about your past, and you found a solution with Beachbody, how it basically changed your life, and how you feel about the future. So if you can create your story and make it about 45 seconds. I started at about 15 pounds overweight. I found P90X. It changed my life because I was in the best shape of my life. And so basically I feel like the rest of my life has changed because now I have the solutions for health and fitness, that sort of thing. Anyway, if you can perfect your story and tell it often, the more you tell your story, more people are going to relate to what you're doing with Beachbody, and even breadcrumbing it through your post or, that sort of thing. But even like talking to people in public, or, when you meet people and they say, oh, you're wearing the 21 Day Fix. I've heard about that, and then you can kind of go into the story of, well, this is how I started, and it's not vomiting, but it's like quick to the point. You've got it perfected, your story, and you can tell at the drop of the dime. So that's something super important. Your story, but actually perfecting telling it is super, super important, I think. But that was a big one. Okay, I'm trying to move as quickly as possible without vomiting. All right, moving to the next one. Okay, so the real answer is in your mind. In your mind. So manage that. Manage what's between your ears. Whether there's fear, anxiety, doubt, whatever's in there, you got to manage that. You got to figure out what's in there that's not doing you any good and get rid of that. So that takes time.
That was the mac and cheese.
Uh-oh.
Get my back on the map.
Okay. So managing that. So fear management. We're in the fear management business. We are in the basically rejection. Yes. Are you talking to me? Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Oh, I thought you wanted to talk.
No.
Okay. Okay. Rejection. We're going to get it a lot. So what you need to do is retrain that. When you get it, don't let it defeat you. You cannot let a couple people rejecting, not necessarily you, but fitness. If somebody's saying no to fitness or Shakeology or nutrition, they're not saying no to you. They're saying no to themselves right now. So you can't let that deflate you. You can't let that go, oh, well, that person said that, so the next person I'll talk to is going to say the same thing. No. You keep going, because you never know who the next person is going to say yes, whose life is going to be forever changed. So that fear needs to be removed from your head, wherever it exists. And he says, it doesn't define you. You need to be careful and filter that feeling that you get when you do get, a no. That feeling that you get needs to be filtered and changed into something like, okay, no, not for them, not now, next person. And I know that's the kind of the go for no aspect that that book kind of goes for. Let's see. Emotions. Like at the beginning of the call, I'm crying because I was very emotional about, people giving up way too soon or taking a step back or, whatever. But laying in bed and crying about it was not going to do me any good. It's not going to do the coaches any good. It's not going to do the team any good, right? So that's when you have to like not let your emotions control everything. Know that we are going to be an adventure in this business. It's going to be like this, you know, and we have to just control that and not let it get the best of us, because some of the emotions like this that are so amazing, right? When we're like really, really high and everything's awesome, that's equally awesome. I mean, like, just because we have lows doesn't mean it's the doom all. It's what you do when you fall and get down is when you get back up, is when people succeed. Because if you let the emotion drive you down to just quitting, then you're never going to succeed. So the opportunity, again, is how you treat it. Like I said before, I mean, you got to treat it like this is your job. It's your job. I mean, like, you know, most people have other jobs. You know, I had another job at one point, but it's still part of what you do every day, or should be what you do every day if you want it to be a successful business. Social acceptance. Ignorant people will think less of you. Ignorant people will think less of you. Okay, so if ignorant people think less of you, who cares, right? I mean, like, they're ignorant people. What do you mean? I mean, you're closed-minded to what we're doing. It's okay. They're going to catch on eventually that this is awesome. So don't let that derail you. There was a common theme, obviously, with personal development. We always harp on that, but everyone that was on the panel said the same thing. You know, wherever you're struggling, and I always say this, personal development is not always equal. If you're struggling in one area and you're reading personal development and something that's not helping you, then that's not doing you any good. If you're struggling with consistency, you need to find something that's going to help you with consistency. If you're having a hard time with prospecting, you need to find something that's going to help you with prospecting. If you're having a hard time with your self-esteem, confidence, shoot for that. Sometimes I know I'll start reading a book and I'm struggling with something. I'm like, this is not giving me anything. I have to put it down. I have to find something that's going to actually help, not make me think this book's weird. It's not helping me. Like, so if you find, and I know Christina Millar's not on the call, but she's so funny. She picks up a book and she will not put it down unless she finishes it. Well, not in one setting, but like she reads it in its entirety. And before, one time she was like, this book isn't doing anything for me, and it's like big, and I'm like, put it down, find something else that's going to help you. And she's like, no, I read all books from beginning to end. I'm like, it's on you then, because I'm telling you, if your personal development's not helping where you're struggling, then it's not going to help. So utilize it to what's best for you, if that makes sense. There's a list. I don't know if it's in Boss or not, but in Posh we have a list depending on what you need to focus on. That is an amazing list to pick from, depending on where you are in your business and what you need. The secret sauce. Give a damn. Give a damn about your business. Give a damn about the people you're helping. Sorry. Too many kids. I'm cussing. I'm sorry. Give a darn. Give like your heart in this business. If people don't sense that you care about them, about what you're doing, then it's just kind of senseless. Like, when you're talking to people, care about what their goals are when you're talking to them. Not the end consequence, or the end, what's the word I'm looking for? The end, whatever. If you're trying to sell a challenge pack, don't think about that. Think about the person you're talking to, and think about their goals and how you can help them, and, questions, and think about them. And at the end, the end result's what I'm looking for. So the end result would be, to give them the best option for fitness and nutrition, that sort of thing. But when you're talking to them, try your best not to think about, are they going to buy it? Are they going to buy it? Are they going to buy it? Think about, how's this going to help them, and how can I help them, sort of thing. So that's basically, even Eric Corey says, just your intent matters. Your intent matters at the end of the day. Yes, we want to grow in a successful business, but to do that, we have to have intent that matters to help people. And that's driven with purpose. So you're driven with a purpose to help people to grow, and then at the end of the day, will grow your business. So it's kind of an organic process. Success is something you attract. So the moment you are contributing and growing, the more people will be attracted to you and your business. I think that kind of speaks for itself. Again, easy to do, easy not to do. Which one are you going to do? And that's a cliche, I feel like, but it's so, so true. God, it's so true. It's so easy to say, not today. But it really would have taken me like an hour to get through everything, but not today. But it's easy to do. So make it a point to do it every single day. Taking responsibility for your business. That's just it. Just taking responsibility. Make a checklist. Oh, this was a cool one. I like this one. Chicken list. I never heard about this one before. A chicken list. Who are you chicken to ask? Who are you like, oh God, I would love to ask this person because they'll be in my dream team. They would be amazing, but I'm not going to ever ask them because I'm too scared. I'm so scared. I need a list of people because there are people that I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be amazing at coaching, or that person needs, you know, what we have with fitness, or that person, whatever. But you're too scared. So make a list of your chicken list. Like, this is your task. Make a chicken list of the people that you're so scared to ask, and do it. And see what happens. I think you'll be surprised. Even if you get a no, you get a no. At least you know. At least you know now, and they'll have it implanted in their mind maybe later on as they continue to watch you as you grow as a person. Let's see. Chicken list, dream team. Make a list of your dream team, who you want on your team, and just make a list. Who do you want on your team? You don't have to work with anybody. That's the beauty of this business. You don't have to work with anybody. If you think, oh my God, I could not ever sign that person up, they are so toxic, I could never do it. Like, they would just drain the life out of me. Don't. You have the choice who you work with. So think about the dream team who are going to lift you and your team up, and talk to those people. Where's the self-worth? And I know I'm probably running out. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's 8:33. Y'all been so patient. Thank you. I think at the end of the day, or at the beginning of the day too, this was something that I learned from Christina that I think is amazing. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're like, it's another day, I gotta work, I gotta get for the kids, I gotta work out, tired. But instead, somehow, some way, jump out of bed with gratitude and say things like, I am capable, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm worthy, have a servant heart. Lots of very positive things to start your day out. Sometimes it's hard to do that. Sometimes you're just not feeling it. But something about just saying things like that. I know I sound crazy, but something about starting your day with positivity, with self-talk, just like, things that are going to make you feel better about your day. And then when things happen, they happen during your day, and even like the end of the day before you go to bed, instead of watching like really, really negative stuff on TV or, whatever, go to bed with another peaceful, happy thought. Just feeling good before you go to bed, so that you're not like thinking crazy, like racing thoughts in your head. Even if you're a prayer or whatever you do, or whatever you do, but just having just the positive thoughts going into your day and out of your day, I feel like will make a big difference. And even this past week, I feel like it's made a big difference, because having that little dark time a week and a half or so ago really derailed me, and I feel like the change of the focus on my mind has helped so much. So pretty much, God, y'all, I've got so much other stuff to say, but I know that you've probably hopefully gotten a little bit out of the things. And this is basically, again, he says, reprogram your mind, detox your mind, purge that old habit you have with good beliefs and better beliefs, with I am statements, weed out the negative stuff, detox your environment with people. I'm not saying cut people out of your life, but if people are bringing you down, try to spend as less time with them as you can. I mean, not to cut people out of your life, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, if somebody brings you down, and try to spend more time with people that lift you up. It makes a huge difference. Guarding your mind, protecting your mind, and feed your mind with good ideas, audio, with friendships, success partners. If you don't have a success partner, I beg of you to get a success partner. And the coaches on the team who believe in you. I mean, surrounding yourself with, like-minded people helps so much. So at the end of the day, out of all that stuff, I can do like 10 more calls, but I want you to make a decision. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be at the end of the year? This is your own personal thing, Where do you want to be the mid-year by Summit? Where do you want to be next year this time? And everybody's goals are different. If it's helping 10 people get on their journey, if it's helping, pay for your kids' school, if it's helping whatever it is, there's no right or wrong answer, but just make a decision what you want and just go for it, and don't play small anymore. It's so easy to play small. And everybody on this call, I'm looking at everybody's faces, and I know that you have it in you not to play small. You have it in you to play big, because what we're doing is awesome, and we're in the right place at the right time, and we're not going anywhere. This business is only growing. Oh, real quick. 400,000 coaches. Less than that. Do you know there was someone on stage that had like 400,000 people in their downline? What? It started with one person. That's crazy. Network marketing companies have been around for a while. So Beachbody is a baby. We are a baby. People are like, oh my God, we're surpassing. No. We're just getting started. We're just scratching the surface. Don't think that this company is going anywhere. I mean, we are a baby, and we have so many people to reach that it's insane. So that just blew my mind. I'm like, one man and he's still working, he doesn't have to work, just like some of the top coaches, they don't have to work anymore, but they do because they care about what they're doing. So I just went all over the place, but hopefully you got something out of this. I've got a lot of messages, and I'm sorry that I haven't been reading them. Does anybody want to ask anything out loud? Say anything? Chat? Okay, so somebody say something other than myself.
Thank you, Natalie. It was a great call. I learned a lot, even though you probably saw me in the black as I was driving, but you really provided a lot of great information. I have to watch that video so I can take notes later.
Good. I'm hoping you weren't taking notes while you're driving, but I'm glad you were listening. Thank you for getting on.
All right.
Anybody else? No? Well, I appreciate you all getting on, and I'm thankful that you were patient with me and with all my scatter. But hopefully you've taken like one or two things, even if don't think you have to take it all. But if you've taken one or two things away from it, then that makes me happy. So I'm going to put the recording up as soon as it downloads. And if you have any questions that you didn't want to ask on this call, feel free to message me. Or post in the team, and we can kind of go over it. So, all right. Thanks for getting on, guys. See ya.